In what might be remembered as one of the most audacious moments on British television, Yeoh delivered a sharp, biting critique of Prince Harry during a recent episode of The Graham Norton Show. Known for her grace and kindness, Yeoh's unexpected commentary on Harry's public persona and his life choices since stepping away from royal duties left the studio audience and viewers at home stunned. This incident not only highlighted the tensions simmering beneath the surface of public perception regarding the Sussexes, but also painted Meghan Markle in an antagonizing light, suggesting she's the orchestrator behind Harry's controversial decisions and public statements. Yeoh, who was on the show to discuss her latest projects, found herself in the midst of a conversation about the British royal family. When Graham Norton, with his characteristic wit, brought up the topic of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's move to the United States and their subsequent media engagements, Yeoh didn't hold back. She questioned the authenticity of Harry's intentions, implying that his actions seemed more aligned with personal gain than genuine reform or charity. This moment was particularly poignant given Yeoh's own history of confronting challenges with dignity and resilience, making her critique of Harry not just a personal opinion but a reflection of broader public sentiment. The actress's comments came at a time when public opinion in the UK, as mentioned by Graham Norton in previous discussions, has been notably divided over Harry and Meghan's decisions. Yeoh's critique specifically targeted Harry's recent documentary and book deals, suggesting that these were not acts of someone seeking privacy or a quieter life, but rather of someone leveraging their royal status for profit. She pointed out the irony in Harry's public statements about wanting to escape the media's glare while simultaneously courting it for personal narratives that often painted the royal family in a negative light. Further stoking the controversy, Yeoh didn't shy away from implying Meghan Markle's influence over these choices. She subtly criticized Meghan for what she perceived as a strategy to maintain relevance through controversy. Yeoh's remarks suggested that Meghan might be using Harry's royal background as a stepping stone to further her own career and public image, a narrative that has often been debated in tabloids but rarely articulated so bluntly on a mainstream platform. This portrayal of Meghan as manipulative stands in stark contrast to her public efforts in philanthropy and social issues, which Yeoh acknowledged but questioned the motives behind. The conversation on The Graham Norton Show quickly turned to the Sussexes' Netflix documentary, where Yeoh expressed skepticism about the narrative control Meghan exerted. She suggested that while the documentary aimed to humanize them, it inadvertently highlighted a disconnect between their proclaimed values and actions. Yeoh's analysis was that the documentary was less about sharing their journey and more about crafting a story where Meghan could play the victim, thus garnering sympathy and support for their brand, which includes lucrative deals and speaking engagements. Critics of Yeoh's statements might argue that she overstepped by commenting on personal choices that are complex within the context of royal life. However, her perspective wasn't without merit. She drew parallels between her own experiences with fame and the expectations of public figures to maintain a certain decorum, especially when tied to an institution like the monarchy. Her critique wasn't just about Harry or Meghan, but about the responsibilities that come with influence and the public's right to question how that influence is wielded. This incident has reignited discussions on social media platforms and in public forums about the Sussexes' post-royal life. Many have pointed out that while Harry and Meghan have every right to live as they choose, the manner in which they've chosen to share their story has often felt at odds with their stated desire for privacy. Yeoh's comments have lent weight to these discussions, providing a celebrity perspective that resonates with those feeling disillusioned by the couple's actions. Moreover, Yeoh's remarks have brought to light the broader implications of celebrity influence on public perception of institutions like the monarchy. Her critique wasn't just about personal judgments, but about the ripple effects of such public narratives on cultural and societal norms. She questioned the authenticity of the Sussexes' humanitarian efforts, suggesting that while their initiatives might be noble, the constant media engagements undermine the sincerity of these efforts. In conclusion, Yeoh's candid moment on The Graham Norton Show has not only sparked debate but has also highlighted the complex interplay between public figures, their personal lives, and their influence on public discourse. While some might argue that Yeoh's comments were too harsh, they undeniably have forced a re-evaluation of how we perceive the actions of Harry and Meghan, particularly focusing on the dichotomy between their public statements and private ambitions. This episode has left many pondering the motivations behind high-profile individuals' decisions, especially when those decisions carry the weight of royal heritage and the scrutiny of global media.